When the Senate first put out its direct cash assistance proposal, it was talking about doing somewhere around $1,000 per individual. We came back out on the financial services side and we said we want to go to $2,000. They eventually met in the middle somewhat, and it comes out to $1,200 per individual. That will be applied if you make $75,000 or less, and it will gradually phase out into the $90,000 salary range. If you're a couple, of course, you qualify for that twice as a dual filer. And so, of course, the maximum will be $150,000 per couple, pushing up to just under $200,000 if the salaries are that high. It gradually phases out as it gets above $75,000. On top of that, you're going to get $500 per child. And so for a typical household, you're looking at $2,400 for mom and dad, and you're looking at, if you have 3 kids, another $1,500. And so that comes out to a total of $3,900. That's going to be paid one time. So people are wondering who's going to get this money. The way it's worked out so far is if you paid taxes in 2018 or 2019 and you're on the tax rolls, your name is included, and you also have to have a social security number. If you have an SS number and you're on the tax rolls for either 2018 or 2019, then that money will be coming your way. There's some question about how that money is going to be coming our way. What's going to happen is, because the Guam tax system is outside of the IRS, the government of Guam is going to have to reconcile the tax filers with the U.S. Treasury to be able to make sure that the payments are going to who the Congress is intending for it to go to, which are those who pay taxes either in 2018 or 2019 and also have a social security number. Just to clarify, you don't need to have paid taxes, you just need to have filed. So if you filed in 2018 and you got a big refund, you're going to be getting this cash payout. And so this is a lot of money that we're talking about. If we have 10,000 households that qualify for this, we're looking at $39 million in cash payouts into Guam over the next, coming up for the next month. If we're looking at 20,000 households, Guam is going to get $78 million just to cover that 1 month. And that's going to be going to every single individual that qualifies, making less than $75,000, and also for the kids, however many children that you have on your tax rolls. Next, and this is a really big one, Guam does not have any unemployment insurance program. And that's, for a variety of reasons, the local government never implemented it, but it's turned out to be a very big problem, because the federal government not only provides some support for unemployment programs, but because that infrastructure already exists, that was what they were channeling all this unemployment support through. And so I made sure to get on my calls and tell the Congress, and I had to remind them that not every jurisdiction has unemployment insurance already set up. And so the territories, in some previous legislation, there was money that went into unemployment programs that didn't reach the territories because we don't have an unemployment program. And so what they've crafted in this new legislation is a different way of funding unemployment. So they still fund the unemployment programs through the various states, but they created a new type of way so that it's called pandemic unemployment insurance. And so the way this works is it uses the existing infrastructure of unemployment programs throughout the states, but if you don't have an unemployment program, then the government is going to have to work out a program with the Secretary of Labor, and the federal government is going to have to approve the details of that program. And then once it's approved, the money is going to channel through that new mechanism that is set up. And so we've created an opportunity for Guam to be able to access money that normally we would have lost out from because we don't have the existing infrastructure. The catch to that, of course, is the government of Guam is going to have to do its job and be very effective in setting up that agreement with the Labor Secretary so that the people who are unemployed aren't going to have to wait too long. Once this bill is law, that money is available, but the program still needs to be administratively set up by the government of Guam. So at the end of this presentation, we're going to kind of go down the list of what the government of Guam needs to do in order to access what we've made available. So on the unemployment insurance, this is a big deal. Everybody who's unemployed or furloughed will get the average of what every other state gets. This is how they calculated our formula, because we don't have an existing formula. And so the average of what every other state gets comes out to $330 a week. $330 a week going to every single individual who is unemployed or furloughed. On top of that, and this is where the bill came in to put more resources, is an additional $600 a week. And so that comes out to a total of $930 per week for everyone who's unemployed or furloughed. So for a 2-week period, you're looking at $980. You know, so that's a big deal. Let me make sure my math is right on that. 930 times 2. $1,860 for a 2-week period. There are some debates still going on in the Senate. That's why we're kind of up late at night right now, because there's some senators in the Senate who are pushing back on this. They're trying to limit it or cap it where it's going to be the lesser of either $600 plus the $330, either that amount or the lesser of 100% of what you were making before. That's still up in the air. So either way, one of two amounts will be coming your way. Either one, it's going to be what you were making before you were unemployed, or two, it's going to be $930 a week.